Hello there. I'm a ghost from Pat Watson's past, and I thought I'd roll on in here and talk to you a bit about the upcoming animation, video, presentation, or whatever. A few weeks back, one of Pat's friends invited him to do a talk and presentation about surrealism and creative digital technology, an area for which Pat has a certain amount of reputation, or so he thinks. Rather than do the typical standing gab, death by PowerPoint pseudo TED Talk, Pat decided to get experimental and create something that conveys the history, the theory, and the feeling of surrealism in a radically different way, a way that hasn't really been done before by anyone, anywhere. And the last time I checked in, it's definitely like nothing I've ever seen before. There are parts of this I absolutely love, and I remember telling Pat as he worked on it to keep it light, keep it fun, keep it informative, make it entertaining for people, and for God's sakes, don't let it get too heavy.
Out of the blue of the western skies comes an esoteric exploration of incomprehensible meaning that bears a remarkable resemblance to things I don't understand, but I'm more than happy to talk about at length. Hello there. I'm not Paul Ryan, and I welcome you to this extended excursion into an area that's a close, intimate, inextricable, and inexcusable part of our everyday lack of awareness, the ambulatory confusathon of waking life, the dada of everything, particularly its relationship to contemporary postmodern discursive disputation in the theoretical constructs of third-world collaborative studies framed within the context of semantically circuitous strategies that conform to post-Freudian normative critical studies. These theoretical constructs have their roots in the earliest magisterial whoop-de-doos, where the hierarchical embrace of elitist entitlement set the stage for the subtextual reification of lenticular awareness along the delusional plane of denial that stops at all traffic lights before blithely turning in irregular patterns of redundancy. This phenomenon, once considered an anomalous precursor to primitive ludological physical interaction, has emerged as a recognized... Which is where we start, way back at the unfolding of the post-feudal overlord's era, when a castle was a crucifix and a moat had a boat, and knights in armor plating ensured that whatever it was that the king said was true, unless, of course, the queen said it, which made it more than true. And that was the truth, or you became another headless fopdoodle in a herd of mindless chattermongers, gabbling about the mirage of authenticity in a world gone crazy, with voluble clausomaniacs collectively spewing their esoteric theories of antiquarian pomposity in direct accordance to the royal order of syntax. And that, dear friends, was what passed for knowledge back in the days of long hair, short pants, and overstuffed coxcombs. And if you didn't subscribe to the kingly order of truth, you ended up with your head rolling along the bloody gutter of heresy in the royal bowling alley, searching for the redemption of credibility in a world obsessed with yellow glory, raspberry tarts, and purple prose. And then, some crazy, mixed-up son of a gun decided to show how smart he was by making a big freaking machine that had pipes, gears, steam vents, and wheels, and sprockets, and teeth, and jaws, and learned to spit large molten blobs of amazingly deadly stuff, and ranking General Mallethead exclaimed that this was the way to end all wars, by making big freaking machines that could kill lots and lots of lots and lots. And we could all join together in a glorious patriotic dance of mechanized malice and mayhem, grinding them up and blowing them all back to Kingdom Come. And when that's done and they're all gone, we win. We get what we deserve, which is everything that is nothing. Arnada, who art nada, nada be thy name. Thy kingdom nada, thy will be nada, in nada, as it is in nada. Give us this nada, our daily nada, and nada us our nada, as we nada our nada, and nada us not into nada, but deliver us from nada, pues nada. Hail nothing, full of nothing, nothing is with thee. It's all nada, goo-goo, gaga, dada and nada, dada, nada, nada for dada, nothing for anything, everything is nothing, meaning is everything and nothing means anything and everything means something. And so out of the giant ego freight service of industrialized destruction came the massively meaningless preschool of all art and anti-art, the king, court jester, and codswallop collector of all that white male culture holds precious and dearly squished next to its trembling, brass-buttoned, morally bankrupt heart. Dada.
Ladies and gentlemen, the board of directors has unanimously approved
Unless, of course, you have a sense of humor. As for me, I remember the story well, and I hid it beneath the covers until they were jerked from my trembling hand by the cockroaches of my ancestral ghosts, them chewing between the layers of bombast and confusion as I celebrate them in my contradictory collusions of context and cunning, linguistically speaking. The persistence of amnesia leads me to these dreams and holds me in soft folds and moist passages before opening to the seductive truth of endless imaginings, blending within the weave of the real and the unreal, woven in nakedness, draped over the shell of a rusty motorcycle in the garden of desire, waiting for a soft kiss in the shadows.
through dim corridors of meaning, and each lonely eye that peered from the shadows splintered my facade, showing what I tried to hide in ways I never thought possible.
Darkness is the shape that wraps around me, curled up naked in the unforgotten night. In the bright moonlight I float, separate, numb, and electric. The remains of the night wind and all that it leaves behind lie cold and distorted beneath the barren light. Hands blistered with anger reach for the broken door locks to lock the broken doors. Insistent whispers that reek of desire merge in the close distance into the lies of harsh pleasure, and the truth spills out to be mistaken onto the desert floor. Like a well-crafted Buddhist koan, surrealism breaks free of conventional meaning, forcing us out of our walking stupor of wakelessness, driving our ego mad with its relentless openings to new meaning, borrowed from our ghosts, their memories, and their fetishes. In this murky realm, enlightenment is found suspended in the poetic spaces between trauma and the endless beauty of sun, sea, sky, and clouds, existing like the universe in a drop of dew. The Gorgon drives at night, seeking the double feature of her fantasies, where damaged damsels of desire lie worshipped in the beauty of their untimely death. She drives deep into the dark, past the city lights, her vision squeezed into blindness, clutched in the grip of longing and desire, her eyes glowing a dim, jaundiced yellow on the road ahead. Empty vessels of passion, reeking of lust, betrayal, and regret, rattle in the back seat as she rolls into the blackness of the back row. Memories evaporating as stains into the thick night air. In the wet and sticky dark before the feature, green beasts speak through the sizzling static of a wavelength only she can hear. Chopped voices, stuttering staccato beats rip through the torn speakers. Pivoting her toxic gaze to her shotgun hostage, she finds him, the fragile surrogate for her desire and rage, the unwanted offspring of her forsaken love, huddling, stilled and anxious, numbed in stoic fear. Icarus, far younger than what you might think, little more than a boy, held aloft and thrown into the wind, legs and spirit torn open, and tossed into the infinite night. In the endless cascade of falling, the throbbing stops, the wounds go numb, and there is only the expansive solace of endless sky, where the desperate grasping for safety disappears into the breathless freedom that lives beyond the darkness. And so we find the mystery of meaning in the half-light between a deep regret and a child's spontaneous giggle.